Okay, here's a topic that is going to be a little rough on the edges. It's about Roblox. Now, Roblox is a site that needs to be investigated. And honestly, I can't take that shit serious. In fact, I don't want anyone that I know play Roblox. I don't want to play Roblox. I'm going to keep family members away from Roblox. Roblox is not a good game for the young mind, nor for the older people. Stay off of, if you're over the age of 16 and 22, around that age, you can play Roblox. After that, stay off of it. Anyways, let's get into it. Let's talk about how at Roblox, there's apparently a gangster culture coming up, so let's check it out.
On the surface, Roblox looks like such a happy and peaceful game, but if you look a little deeper, you'll soon find out that it harbors a dark community filled with violent, cold-blooded killers. Who am I talking about, you may ask? Well, of course, I'm talking about none other than Roblox gangsters. I lost my dog, I ain't been the same. A row gangster or row banger or row thug, you know.
The problem with this shit is I can't take it serious. It's just role-playing gone retarded. That's all it is. I don't like it. I think this is corny, whack, lame, dumb, and kind of gay. But you know, there's people that actually enjoy this shit. Freaking LARPers. And also, this is what kids are into now? For real? Go on GTA and play that shit on there. Not this kid's game.
Whatever you want to call them, is someone that idolizes gang culture and creams their pants at the thought of being a trench baby. They form gangs, play dress up, record diss tracks, and try their absolute hardest to let everyone know that they are just so unbelievably badass. When in all actuality, behind their screens, they're sitting there looking like this.
I have really good hearing.
Honestly, that's how most of those kids look like. They look like young Sheldon. And then they act hard online. And then when you actually see them, they are a pencil. And a big guy like me can easily, chokeslam them. Most skinny people don't have real muscle. Now, you gotta worry about the ones that have, like, veins on their arms. Those are the ones that might have muscles, okay? But at the same time, they're not that intimidating. They're just, they try to act hard, when in reality, they got soft hands.
Row gangsters are notorious for taking their roleplay sessions just a little too seriously, but I think it's safe to say that their biggest point of criticism is the outfits they wear, because dear God, some of these are just so hard to look at. Why does she have size 20 shoes on, bro?
I see the shoes.
The disdain for these types of avatars goes all the way back to like 2016 when the streets was first blowing up and servers were filled to the brim with avatars that looked like this. Looking back on them, these avatars—
Also, I forgot to point out, but that Roblox character had like a thong showing with the freaking thing. I'm letting you know, I've seen some heinous, and I mean heinous, Roblox female characters. Like, how is that allowed? There was one that had a BBW and it or BBL, not BBW, BBL, and it jiggled. It jiggled. I can't unsee it. I hate it, and I never want to play Roblox again. I stopped playing Roblox literally 4 years ago after spotting that. I'm never touching it again. Nah. And honestly, there are way better games out there that could be played, but for some reason, people decide, we're gonna go on Roblox. Go play Where Wins Me. I feel like you'd like that better.
Avatars aren't that bad, but I feel like majority of the hate for this aesthetic didn't stem from the outfits themselves, but rather came from the fact that 9 times out of 10, if you were in a server and someone was blasting Broccoli by Dram and Lil Yachty at ear-splitting volume, the culprit was probably dressed like this. But gone are the days of fishing for attention by playing loud music, because with the introduction of platforms like TikTok, this community now has a whole new way to get some eyes on them and share their style with the world. You can find all types of videos of people showing off their outfits, cars, guns, and money, which, you know, I would have to—
That's corny. You don't even have money, so why are you showing off in the game? That's corny.
Imagine would go insanely hard if I was 8 years old. But not everyone posting these photo dumps are just trying to flex. Some people are out here trying to inspire their fellow man, like this TikToker here that shows off some comp South Bronx fits. Now, you know, I can't personally speak on whether or not these outfits are comp. Maybe a row gangster—
I can't take it serious, man. They got like, they're not smiling. They look like they're trying to like pose as their heart, like they're tough. Like, yeah, I'm a G gangster. Word, yeah. Like, get the fuck out of here. No, you're not. You're just a kid on Roblox.
You can let me know in the comments. But I just felt like bringing this post up because for some reason, the person that posted it made the first slide in their slideshow a picture of their foot.
What?
On the bright side, the comments are loving it. Fit pics aren't the only thing row gangsters are posting onto TikTok, far from it. Videos of gangs getting into big shootouts or getting backdoored are very common to find, and while all of these are pretty funny to look at in their own right, my favorite thing I've seen come out of this community by far is the diss tracks.
Hop on the mic, come to the fight. Hop on the mic and I don't want to fight. Hop on the mic and I don't want to fight.
These diss track posts can range from someone dancing to a pre-existing song.
Real quick, the fact that kids are still trying to be SoundCloud artists with rap. Kid, I'm sorry, rap is trash. It's gone. USAID's gone, so they're no longer funding rap stuff. It's metal's making a comeback, baby. Rock and roll. That's where it's at. You know, actual artists are gonna actually, you know, make songs again, hopefully. Because there's a better underground scene. Rap, it should have came and went, but it just lasted longer.
But just changing the lyrics on screen to match whoever they're dissing, to people getting in the studio and recording their own vocals.
Shoot you in the street if I catch you lacking. With your mama, with your daddy, with your grandma.
When I found out the
Why are kids rapping to violence? Like just I caught you lacking, now I'm gonna pop you. Like what? Like you're a kid, why are you thinking about killing someone? Huh? That shouldn't be in your thought. You should be actually hitting the books and actually learning something instead of just wanting to be a thug. Like, that lifestyle sucks ass. The streets suck ass. Why do you want to be part of the streets?
these existed, I had just assumed majority of the people making them would be little kids because to me, that just makes sense. But a lot of the ones I found were made by fully grown adults, dude, and they are all just so ass.
Know them tables turn, you niggas dying like that, right? We pop our dirt, you niggas take off.
That is the corniest freaking shit I've ever seen.
As much as I want to sit here and show you guys some more of these, because trust me, there are many more out there and they are all just, they're the best. I'm just gonna go out on a whim and assume a lot of these up and coming rappers didn't actually pay for the beats they're using. So instead of risking this video getting taken down over Roblox diss tracks, I'm just gonna talk about something else. But don't worry, we're still gonna stay in the range of fine arts, because not only does this community have talented musicians that rival Mozart, it also has a prospering film directing scene. People will join these games and act out serious dramas and post them on TikTok. This short film
Okay, I'm not gonna hate on that. The fact that they're doing some sort of skits, that's cool, that's talented. Could you guys do gangster shit? Why don't you actually do funny shit? Or like, GTA 5, storyboards, I don't know.
Here is about two teens heading home after a long day of playing basketball. They walk to the car and get inside, but when they do, I like to think I'm a pretty empathetic person, but this short film just didn't really move me quite like it moved the people in the comments. But a movie that really tugged on my heartstrings and brought tears to my eyes was this masterpiece, directed and filmed by the one and only JJ Shiesty. Words truly cannot describe this piece of art I'm about to show you, so I'm just gonna play it.
Man, this show be shit.
I know, right? Want to do something else?
What do you mean by that?
Just shut the fuck up and come.
Wait for me, bitch.
Oh, harder, JJ.
I could never call my girlfriend that. Wait for me, bitch. Like, what? I'd get my ass slapped immediately. Bitch, you burned the food, bitch. Bitch, wait up. Like, I just can't do that. I can't. Like, they have to be my best friend in order to do that. Like, there has to be a whole, my relationship, my girlfriend has to be comedic. It has to in order for me to do shit like that. Other than that, I can never call a woman a bitch unless she's earned it. All right? My mom raised me better. All right? My mom raised me to be a gentleman. My mom said never call a woman a bitch or the C word. And I learned the hard way. All right?
Hey.
So, JJ Shiesty recorded a one-man show, which, I'll give it to him. Everyone start clapping. It's impressive. He did this all by himself. But when you really start thinking about it, this dude just dressed up like a girl and role-played cracking himself. What are we doing, bro?
That's just sad and pathetic, all right? I'll be honest. Bro, you could come up with better things. I thought someone was gonna come up and blast you in the back of the head because this is some gangster shit. Like your girl's setting you up to be killed. No, you just decided, bitch, I'm gonna go crack, and it's yourself. All right, cool. Masturbation, that's what it is.
What the fuck, dude? You cannot be that bored. If you couldn't tell, this community is super complex and has so many different sides to it. But instead of just sitting here and trying to decipher it all, I think it would be best if we stepped into the shoes of a rogue gangster and played some of these games for ourselves. And by doing so, we'll hopefully all get a better understanding of why rogue gangsters are the way they are. So with that being said, let's LARP. I didn't really know what game to pick. There were so many to choose from, so I just joined the one with the most players called South Bronx The Trenches. And the name doesn't lie. This game really is The Trenches.
Oh, hold on. South Bronx isn't like that per se. All right, it's still it's ghetto, but it's a different story altogether.
because it just spits you out in the middle of nowhere and you have to fend
No,
for
you're
yourself.
in New York.
I had no idea what I was supposed to be doing, so I just ran around aimlessly looking for people, but I literally couldn't find a single soul. Like, I could hear cars whizzing by in the distance, but the sidewalks were completely empty. I felt completely isolated. I was scared. I mean, how is a sensitive young man such as myself supposed to survive out here all alone? 2 words. Illegal weapons. Yeah, so I somehow stumbled upon an illegal weapons shop, and this place had everything I would ever need.
That's like a
knives,
GTA
guns,
reference.
shiesties, it had it all, but there was just one
He had shiesties. He really said shiesties.
teensy-weensy problem. Everything in the store was super fucking expensive, and I didn't have a single penny to my name. But luckily for me, right outside of the shop was the answer to all of my problems. It was a random guy wearing a Denim Tears jacket, so obviously he had money. But instead of being desperate and begging him for spare change, I just politely asked him how I could earn some money for myself. I mean, not to brag, but I'm kind of an entrepreneur of sorts, and he's running from me. Get back here, you motherfucker. You wanna run from me? Come here. Come here! Who does this guy think he is, bro? Who are you?
Oh, that's his homie. Oh, you got jumped. You got jumped. You get pumped out, gather.
I left the Bronx. I just didn't feel safe there, guys. And I'm gonna be honest, I didn't feel safe being in the United States as a whole. It just felt like everywhere I went, people's first instinct was to slime me out for zero reason. Like, all I was trying to do was make friends with these people, and they fucking shot me to death. I really had no other choice. I had to flee the country. The journey was a long one, but I sought refuge in a little place called South London. Everyone, this is
Hold on, wait a minute. There's no guns in London. You need a permit for that. Otherwise, you go straight to jail. Unless you have a religious reason on having that gun, that means you must be American. Only Americans can have guns in London.
a sweet little 5'3" sugar plum named Lewis Thomas.
Oi, bruv.
He may not look like much now, he honestly kind of just looks like Netspend, but believe me when I say he will soon become the Grim Reaper of South London. This game was the perfect fresh start that I needed, because unlike the games I played before it, South London had a tutorial. So I peacefully spent like 10 minutes learning how to buy guns, drive cars, and grow illegal substances in my closet. But as I was on my way to buy some stuff at the pawn shop, a random tweaker walked up to me and pointed an assault rifle right in my face. I didn't know who bro was feeling like, so I asked him if he was
That guy is from Sudan. You can't judge a book by its cover.
good, but before he could answer me, a man appeared out of thin air and asked me a question that would change everything. Now, his gang wasn't exactly the glamorous giant gang I was hoping to join. It was literally just him and the goober from 2 seconds ago. But after being ignored, jumped, and killed multiple times for simply trying to exist, joining his team just kind of felt like a no-brainer. And as soon as I said yes, Boss Man handed me a gun and gave us our first order of business: kill everyone. So we just
Hey, yo, what? Hold on, he told you just slime everyone. All right, well, that's a leader right there.
drove around the city in his car, shooting at anybody unfortunate enough to cross our path. And I guess I did a really good job because Boss Man gave me a box of Skittles like I was a dog or something, and he was,
You know what? Worth it. All right, for Skittles, taking on everything, worth it. All right, he got his Skittles. He got his dues. Heck yeah, worth every penny.
giving me a Scooby snack. But hey, I appreciate the treat. Our next mission was to rob a gas station. Now, I had never done anything like that before, so I let my nameless companion show me the ropes. All we had to do was walk in and point our guns at the clerk, and he would empty out the register. But apparently,
GTA
money
5
wasn't enough
reference.
for my pal here. He wanted blood.
Oh, damn!
Rest in peace. After doing this a couple more times, we had basically established our routine. We would drive around, shoot people, and rob stores. Eventually, though, I started becoming so good at killing people that it was my turn to shoot the clerk. It was actually starting to feel like I was becoming a fully fledged member of this gang, but just as things were starting to look up for me, tragedy struck. After going through an intense shootout, me and Boss Man found our tweaker friend lying dead on the floor. Now,
No!
we still aren't 100% sure who did it, but this was a devastating blow to our team to say the least. But this lifestyle is fast-paced. It stops for nobody,
Now,
so
this is
me and Boss
cinema.
Man had no other choice but to carry on without him. Losing a member of our 3-man team was a little rocky at first, but after a while, we regained our footing and started moving better than ever. We were slowly but surely clearing out the entire server. I mean, no one could compete with us, so they were all just rage quitting and leaving. This was a big achievement. I mean, we've come so far in such a short amount of time, so to celebrate, Boss Man started blessing me up.
I'll be honest with you, and I'm hearing this story, I'll be honest. A lot of people need to go get a job. A lot of, and if these are youngsters, they need a hobby that's outdoors, because this is corny. This is corny shit. This is lame and whack, bro. Oh my gosh. But it's funny cinema.
I don't know if he thought I was a bad bitch with a pixie cut or something, but he was giving me money for shoes, jackets, jeans, and he basically had me fitted up like Central C. But the cherry on top of it all was when he took me to the jewelry store and bought me a 2-tone iced out
Damn!
Rolex. Look at me, bro. Not even
Damn.
3 hours ago, I was stuck in the streets of South Bronx without a penny to my name. And now I'm in South London living like a king. I felt invincible. My ego was through the roof, but this shift in mentality would soon cause me to make the worst mistake of my rogue gangster career. I was riding an intense high. I mean, we literally made everyone leave our server, so I suggested that we join a full one and show everyone there who's boss. And at the time, it sounded like a good idea, but within minutes of server hopping, I quickly realized that there's levels to this shit. Literally, the second me and Boss Man managed to meet up, he was shot multiple times right before my very eyes. I forgot I was still a low level, so I had this PvP shield on, meaning I could do nothing but sit there and watch as they robbed his corpse of everything. I did eventually get the shield off and slaughter his killer, but I was just too late. All that was left of Boss Man was his...
Oh, man, he just lost his boss. We were invested. Damn it. This is better than a movie.
Backpack. I ran around the city trying to find out where he respawned, but it felt like no matter how hard I looked, I couldn't find him. Within a matter of minutes, I lost everything I had worked so hard for. I mean, sure, you know, I still had all the money and clothing I could ever want, but at the end of the day, what I really wanted was to belong somewhere. I managed to meet a group of reliable guys and join their gang, and we spent several hours together, but now I'm right back where I started, all alone. And for some reason, I just can't help but feel like this is all my fault. You know, after stepping into the world of rogue gangsters for a little bit, I feel like I can confidently say that they still suck ass. Like, don't get me wrong, I was having some fun at times, but what y'all didn't really get to see much of was me getting endlessly killed for no reason. I know that's kind of ironic for me to complain
It
about,
happens in every MMO.
considering the second I got my hands on a gun, I was out there doing the exact same thing to other people. But I mean, it's
You
different
got
when
a
I
guy
do it,
on
bro.
a
You see,
scooter.
I was
That is
doing it
just some
purely out of
wild
self-defense, okay? I still think all the TikTok stuff is really cringy and fun to laugh at, but at the end of the day, I don't know if I feel like all of the hate is warranted. Like, sure, you know, grown men making diss tracks on Roblox is completely valid to criticize. I mean, that shit is lame as fuck. But majority of the toxicity and stuff that this community is associated with nowadays is more often than not completely contained to games that were specifically made for that type of behavior. Like, these games were made for the sole purpose of all of these bums to come together and be toxic. And in a way, that's kind of beautiful. So who am I to criticize what they get up to in the games that were made for them? I, for one, am on board with rogue gangsters now. So if you'll excuse me, I gotta get back to running the streets of South London.
That's the problem. You couldn't handle the Bronx, but you have to handle London where guns are illegal. All right, that makes sense. You gotta put it... Oh gosh, you got slimed.
Never mind, I guess.
Anyways, that was good. I actually enjoyed that. I'm gonna like that video, needs juice. That was funny. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not in the mood to play any video games right now, and I think I ran out of shit to react to. I haven't eaten, and I don't have enough energy to continue onward, so it will be a short stream today. It is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. So, you know, I'm gonna call it here. Thank you for everyone that came out and all that. So, you know, Godspeed and all that stuff.